Welcome back to the BMW Arena, where we're gonna set you up for our full NA showdown. My name is Anne, and who better to have here with us than our two analysts from NA? We're joined by Lexing and Foxy, and we made so many jokes about NA, but you two have to be proud to have your region come so far.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a little bittersweet moment. Obviously, to see Wildcard up here is quite the shock. M80, they've been dominant throughout the NAL, but one has to go home today, one has to advance. It's bittersweet.
Both have amazing redemption stories. I mean, Wildcard from Reload, M80 forever, essentially, on never making it this far. Sure. So you guys are lucky Falcons made it to the final.
Yeah. Okay, well, of course, any EU team in the final would be great for this EU crowd as well. But we'll start talking about these two teams because as they have faced off against each other a little bit over the course of this year, it's been quite one-sided for the likes of M80, winning 3 out of those 4 matches. And even for the IGL on this roster, it's been quite
all right. I love that you talk about the IGL and hot and cold. Matthew Stevens, I mean, this is a player that has true grit. I mean, you really have to
you can't get the drops from yesterday. There's new drops every day. If you just sit in my stream, you'll actually get every drop, because I stream 24 hours a day.
And they made it work. And then to immediately have
I stream 24 hours a day.
Then they had players that went missing.
Oh look, it's the Manchester major with Fett.
No org representation. They would have their spot at the 6th Invitational in 2025, where yet again Hot and Cold will put a band of misfits together, make it worth, get a top 4 finish, then
my
fall
fucking
short once
earmuff is
again,
rocked
and then
on
as
this
it
headset.
continues on, so forth and so forth. You would then see this stage. They would have the best looking stage that they've had as players, that they've had at the organization. Nothing but sheer dominance. And to now find themselves here at a top 4 placing.
Yeah, basically as long as you just watch my stream, there's literally people that just sit in my stream and they get multiple days of drops.
Back in Manchester.
Clearly, he has an amazing synergy of getting his team together, being able to take any which player and focus on the teamwork, making them a tournament-level winning team. And if you look back to his stint when he was first a support, when he came from DZ, got dropped from the team, and to see how
that's
far
Hot and Cold. That's my old teammate. We were teammates in
potential.
year
Now he
1.
knows that he can be the leader that
That's how
Dark Zero
long.
was hoping to have, and they got rid of, one man's trash is another man's treasure.
Undeniably the best North American IGL coming out of our region.
He should be up there in that conversation for sure.
Absolutely.
So we've been asking our players for some legacy talk here so far in this tournament. We'll start talking about their opponents as well. The Wildcard that have made it so far into this tournament. And as we have been highlighting these IGLs as well, we have to for this roster.
Of course, I mean, we're talking about Hot and Cold, but we gotta highlight Spiker.
Spiker's been playing great.
Brand new, essentially, to the scene, and you had some time and experience to play with him, and from that time to now, he's developed so much as a player, and he's been the biggest reason on why Wildcard have been able to adapt and understand teams that they've been able to play. Specifically in their match against G2, it was really beautiful to see the differences in play style.
He carried me.
Going from Cafe,
I actually had the highest stats that season.
And being able to match them with a little bit slow pace.
I'm not mistaken, if I remember right.
So they take their time, they go for these gunfights, they trade it out one by one. Every single gunfight is essentially put in a position where no matter which player goes down, you're getting that trade, you're focused on the objective. And to see that, when they knew the aggression that won them Cafe was not working on Skyscraper, to be able to understand that is something a rookie shouldn't really realistically be able to do.
No, it's impressive, and honestly, it's a really heartfelt moment for me because bringing on Spiker, introducing him to the T1 level, honestly, I'm going to be honest, I didn't have a lot of faith after our stint on Parabellum, but to see and watch him grow and develop as the player as he is, not only that, but to be able to carry the weight of being the IGL, taking on that added pressure at such a young age. I mean, look at him. He's looked like he's fresh out of 18 right there. I mean, this kid is quite literally doing it all at such a young age. The experience is clearly showing, and I can't wait to see what he accomplishes.
What's with the massive envelopes? They probably have like a strat book in there or something, maybe, or maybe a glass mouse pad.
This tournament.
Yeah, I mean, Baby Shark was the biggest reason on why Wildcard was able to make it this far. Beat G2,
well, I wouldn't be mad if Wildcard won, but like I would rather have M80 win because I want Hot and Cold to. I'd rather have Hot and Cold win. You know.
His survivability is so important to Wildcard's success in the late round, especially when they play against these hyper-aggressive teams.
I mean, when you're talking about success, I mean, you have to look at the MVP on the side of M80, Gunner. I mean, this guy in general, I'm always so interested in his style of play because something that he does that I really appreciate on the defensive half, he is always moving around the map regardless of what his role is, regardless of what his position is. That is something that you need to do at a high level to be able to throw off your opponent that you can't always rely on that information that you have pre-planned. That Gunnar does such a good job. And then there was the round 10 where he was running from that blitz. I mean, I couldn't imagine the heart rate that was going through him to be having a blitz chase you 1 HP to close out, to push into the next map. I mean, Gunnar is doing everything, and it was the reason why I'm going to highlight these two as the MVPs going into this match.
I know we also played Doctor's Curse here on stage. That's a new thing for me, but as we look at our map, Vita, though, I mean, you two know these teams.
Yeah, I got to root for, you know,
I
gotta root for my old teammate, dude.
These are perfect maps for both teams because in the map of Consulate, that is one of M80's favorite maps. They've been very dominant. We saw that's where Gunnar's clip came from yesterday. So that is a very good situation for M80 to be in. They can play very aggressive, very slow paced. When it comes to a map like Cafe, that's arguably Wildcard's best map so far in this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, just looking at all three of these maps, all of these maps favor both these teams. I think we're going to get a slugfest either way. But something that I really want to focus on more than anything is this is going to be a game about momentum and pacing. Both these teams do such a good job at understanding to whether they're going to play aggressive, whether they want to play passive. And that's going to be the dynamic and the shift that you need to watch for in this matchup is which IGL is being able to understand we need to play more aggressive. We need to take the gunfight to them, or on that other back end being we need to slow down. We need to let them make the mistake. That is where the key win condition is going to be in either three of these maps.
Yeah, and the only takeaway and difference from M80 against Wildcard compared to G2 and IP is those teams are very one-dimensional, very aggressive. They don't have any swap up. M80 has been practicing this whole year during the NAL on playing slow, running more utility. So now that gives M80 a little bit of the edge, but we have to see how confident, how consistent they can be with going slow to slow rather than toe-to-toe with Wildcard.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that. M80 has been very strong in this match. So the question is, can Wildcard defy the odds here? The stage is set, so let's send it down to Ian to welcome the teams on stage.
Keep your head above water. Those are the words etched onto our beautiful creative masterpiece of a trophy that our team.
We have hands down the best trophies.
And those words couldn't be more prominent for our
of like
teams
any
that are
video
about to
game.
grace us here on the stage. They are battling for survival. One of them will drown, the other will stay afloat with their hopes and dreams intact. Let's welcome them out onto the stage in front of this incredible live audience, starting with M80.
People say the NA crowds are not hype, but I feel like neither are the EU crowds. The only crowds that are like super hype are Brazil.
Under Fabian's lead, this roster is clicking. But the question now is, can anyone defuse the bomb that's wired to blow even more opponents out of
This is why Ubi's not worth $1 billion anymore. This is where all the budget went. Honestly, yeah, this stage is sick. This is like the nicest stage I think they've ever done.
Their opponents are looking to put out their spark here and now, and they're looking good. It's Wildcard!
EU crowds are pitiful. I mean, NA and EU are just not that great in general.
Shutting down and sending home G2, the real
you know,
certainty
unfortunately, if you compare to like Brazilian games, it's not even close, bro. Brazil is crazy how like nuts the crowds are there.
Bay, hot and cold, ready to get into this. I can tell, look, I'm not saying you guys are nervous, but you can feel what this means. You can feel the anticipation in the air here. Bay, I'm going to start with you. You said yourself yesterday was such a long slog to get to this point. Do you feel well rested and ready to go again here?
Yeah, we got good sleep and we're reset and ready to go this whole day.
You guys know each other well. Why do you think you've got their number?
I mean, the only thing they've beaten us in is the 5th place match. That's all they've got on us. Anything with any implications, they don't beat us.
What do you want to say to that?
I've said it to Nip, I've said it to G2. I don't even need to say the words out loud. They know where they're going after this game.
All right, this is going to be a banger. I can feel it. Can we get a little bit of sportsmanship? We can indeed. Let's get into this matchup. Wildcard's miracle run continues as they sent G2 sinking into the depths of Izar. NA's best hope detonated at the perfect time, blowing up the hopes and dreams of a
Who do you guys think?
hero.
They don't stand a chance. We will crush them.
I think M80
I hope
wins.
they're feeling rested and motivated to fly home today.
Major winners and dreamers between Wildcard versus M80. Only one will ride the next
I was a
wave.
shit talker
The
back in the
other
day.
gets
Funny
moved
enough,
on.
not really now. The
So the lower
King
bracket
George on
semi-final
stream versus
approaches.
King
Two
George,
North American teams that have
you know,
taken out
in
European teams along their path, now
King George on stream and King George in pro play are very different. I never used to rage at all. Would you believe that?
Yeah,
Never
very
used to
painful, this
rage.
Head-to-head. They've played 4 times this particular calendar year. M80 winning on 3 occasions. Wildcard stole that 5th place matchup. But heading into this one, Wildcard seemingly having that dark horse aura about them, and their path to this position has been
I'll get
quite
predictions
incredible.
up in a sec.
It feels like they're on a run, a fairy tale run. Will it come to an
Gauntlet's
end, though,
first
at the
map,
hands
right?
Of M80. Of course, FaZe Clan losing out in the previous match means they do await later this afternoon the winner of these 2 teams.
No, I
What
really
that
didn't
means,
rage.
Once we do get to that lower bracket final, 1 EU, 1 NA, and 1 Brazilian team. The only way it gets better than that is if APAC got involved, but unfortunately, our region couldn't quite get there. Wildcard, they've been on a great run. It feels like they've always been kind of the underdogs in a lot of their matches. It probably doesn't change in this one either.
Yeah, it truly is an international matchup. APAC casters, NA orgs, some EU players, Latin America as well.
Yeah, but a sprinkle of Brazilians.
I'm very
as
intrigued to
always.
see, though, which way the crowd goes.
Everyone
in
has
this
some
particular game.
I
representation.
felt like M80 certainly got a little bit more of a pop over Wildcard. Of course, Wildcard taking out the favorite home crowd, I would imagine, yesterday in G2. Munich, who are you feeling for this North American Rumble? Is it Wildcard?
No,
That's not quite bad, but what about M80 led by Fabian? I'm sure Fabian will like, I included him in that one.
Yeah, very intrigued to see how he's able to marshal the troops. He's had some phenomenal tactical timeouts throughout this event so far, and none more so important here on the live stage as well, as the teams prepare to do battle.
For M80, the pressure's got to be on them, though. The run that they had through Swiss stage, the start of the upper bracket, it seemed like they were going to be unstoppable, and maybe North America's best hope.
Okay,
It would be a
bro.
disaster if they
What is
also
this
get
singing?
tumbled out by Wildcard.
Yeah, it truly would be. I think probably coming into this event with the dominance that they had locally in the North America League, pitched to be that region's representative.
Is
at
that
this event to
Donut?
do well, potentially
Okay,
go
let's be
all the
real.
way.
Nothing is
We
as
saw
bad
the
as
pressure
Donut
of
singing.
Hottie, his ability to bundle teams.
Donut
together,
singing
produce
has, like, the
results, and could he do
possibility
the
to,
same
like,
here in Munich?
And again, in this
literally
series, if
cause
Wildcard
people
are
to
be
die.
Successful, they will have to do so against an M80 team that dominate quite a lot of these maps. They've got an 8-2 record on Consulate, 7-1 on Cafe, and even 5-1 on Skyscraper. Now, certainly Wildcard's got some decent maps in here as well, and certainly for them, 5-1 Skyscraper, their first preference map. If it does go to all 3, Wildcard will back themselves in, but it's the first 2 maps. It's Consulate, Cafe, where M80 could get it done.
Plus, I'd like to see
Potentially, so
Fabian
when you
win
look at the
too.
star
I love
players inside of
Fabian.
the server for this matchup. M80 have 2 players in the top 10 overall at the event, and if you exclude the teams already eliminated here from Munich, 3 and 4, Gav and Diffuser have been absolutely hammering numbers inside of the server. Kansan, in contrast, the top-rated player for Wildcard, sits at just 20th. I say just, of course, again, his number bumps up as well if you take out the teams eliminated, but M80 have such great frag power inside of the server.
Yeah, and don't forget Baby Shark.
Fabian
in his
loves
heroics
Lion?
yesterday,
Oh
plus
my
6 on the
gosh,
entry
dude.
kills. He's going to be the focus. If you look at the top 3
Me and
players
Fabian
for
Cass seem to just
Wildcard,
shit talking
Kansan,
everybody.
like you just mentioned,
Nah.
Baby Shark, Spiker, the 3 highest rated. 2 of those players in Kansan and Spiker are -6 and -5 in terms of opening kills. It puts a lot of emphasis then on Baby Shark, especially on their attacking halves in this series. He can't just take.
Well, they're
the whole
singing.
burden, though. Others will need to stand up in the early rounds for Wildcard.
Yeah, for sure. Opening kill is going to be absolutely massive in this matchup. The reason we say that, the opening kill conversion for both of these 2 teams is exactly the same, 75%. But the opening kill itself leans
M80.
towards M80, 52 to 46. That's quite a gap between the two heading into this matchup. But if M80 can replicate success on entry and that conversion remains firm even between the two teams, they'll have the edge.
And similarities too in terms of yesterday's matchup. Wildcard were far better defensively than G2.
That trophy is so sick.
The same is again said here. Not too far away from things to kick off the lower bracket semi-final. M80. They are the fan favorite back home. 64% of you believing that they will get the job done and represent North America in the lower bracket final. Let's see who can move forward from NA.
I don't know. Maybe he did a weed. Maybe could be a thing.
So on European soil, in this wonderful arena, in this wonderful city of Munich, it's two North American teams that do battle in the lower bracket semi-final for a chance to face FaZe Clan later tonight, for a chance to get into the major final where Falcons now await as heavy favorites. They looked absolutely unstoppable. But right now the focus is on this match. Wildcard, their dream run. So far, they have knocked out some top teams. Can they do it once again against the North American rivals?
Of course, we open up with the map selection of M80, a 6-2 record for them. And in contrast, Wildcard 2-2. And you have to go all the way back to about 120 days ago. The last outing on this map for Wildcard, a loss.
Obviously, M80 will win, then lose the next game. I don't know. I mean, I feel like M80 probably wins this, but Wildcard's been playing pretty crazy, bro. They've been proving everybody wrong all this time, right? They shouldn't even be here.
A lot of the historical data out the window. It's all about timing your run. I mean, we even saw that back in Manchester with Beast Coast and their ability to topple some really solid teams. Many never predicted maybe Beast Coast to go on this run. Well, what if we are witnessing something very special from Wildcard? That's the story behind them. For M80, statistically the better of the two teams, the favorites, but must get the job done. Consulate, first map up in this lower bracket semi-final, win. And you get the chance to take on FaZe later tonight, lose, and your time comes to an end.
So the bans play out as well on the side of attack. It's rather standard, the Monty-Yin combination. But M80 taking off a couple of intriguing picks. Firstly, the
Panda is always, you know, Panda's the greatest player to ever touch this game, according to Panda. By the way, Panda, later, do you want to play the Siege Cup?
Vertical potential, and M80 wanting to take that off the board.
And another big battle, I think, in this matchup is going to be between Hot and Cold and Spiker.
I'm going to play the Siege Cup later, assuming that these games are over.
It's about Hot and Cold. Well, speaking of him, unfortunately, I put the mods. It's Bay that gets the opening kill onto the IGL of M80. Good start for Wildcard, aggressive on the Vigil and showcasing that they will play the map. They will be aggressive and get into the face of M80. We spoke about
he knows he's here.
Discrepancies. That is a huge start for Wildcard.
Oh, oh.
Bay still fighting on the exterior.
He's not in a good spot right now.
Now caught on the pinch, difficult to escape this position.
He has no more impact.
This is where M80 can take their time to try and go for the clear, but Bay just kept moving forward. Gunner will be gunned down by Bay. What a strong
Bay is crazy, dude.
It just puts into the minds of M80 that Wildcard are indeed here to play.
They burned out a lot of their nades and stuff too. So that's nades down off of grid. And he trades. Oh, okay, no, there's a guy above, okay. Yeah, that was a great roam.
Absolutely, damage done.
I mean, he basically killed two people technically, but really pretty much 3.
Versus 4. Wildcard, great dueling over towards Visa, making that entry tough.
He also burned off all the nades off of grid and a smoke off of Glaz, so burned a lot of their utility as well.
Push up spiral on the Glaz. Next kill critical for M80. Lots of time remaining in the round. Taking the battle over towards Vending. So there's another smoke available. Tries to find
He's his arm.
Elbow sticking out.
It is attack too. This map is defender sided. Yeah, put me in there. My name's Panda. I'd 1v5 just about any of them.
In a difficult position and up close, Kenzen puts an end. He came back for blood. It's the underdogs that are barking early in the opening round. Wildcard will take the first against M80.
We were chatting to Lax actually in the green room before this matchup, and he's a big believer that pacing will be critical in this matchup, and that's potentially the win condition that Wildcard especially can try to lean heavily into. So opening round, bodies over towards Visa, fight the exterior, ultra aggressive, but they have that ability, Spiker leading this team, of course, to maybe change that up and continue to make M80 guess throughout this half.
We had some tech pauses yesterday. Dash had some issues with his PC. It didn't matter. Wildcard still went on and won, but it seems like after the first round,
Incoming shield, potentially.
More issues on the side of
Potentially.
Wildcard. Hopefully that can get solved rather soon. But I think for me, the big standout of that opening round
Tech
is just
pauses.
Bay's aggressiveness on the Vigil, playing around Visa, gets the opening kill, and then just holds his position.
During tech
First
pauses,
thing you see
they're
is
not
Bucks in
supposed to be
the street,
talking.
fall back, play numbers. He wanted to make it difficult for M80 to get into the building, and he did a really good job of that. I mean, we spoke about the fact for Wildcard, they're not the greatest so far of the teams remaining, certainly when it comes to opening kills. So if they can get
Fabian has the notebook out.
Again, to reiterate, heading into this matchup, a 46% opening kill rate for Wildcard puts them right down the bottom.
Why does
of the
Fabian
teams
just look
remaining
happy
here.
as fuck right now?
I love those yellow boots, by the way. So fitting. Now, Baby Shark has certainly garnered some fans as well throughout this tournament and in recent times, starting to really make a name for himself as one of the young up-and-comers within Siege. M80 probably not going to blink off of that.
All of them 80 are high right now. I'm not gonna. I don't think they're high, bro. Fabian just looks so chill and like happy.
Well, that puts the pressure immediately onto M80. Back into the server, back underway, and fist bumps from Fabian for his team. We go basement in the second round.
Yeah, nice 4K. Nice.
So, as you mentioned, basement for round number 2. This one side in particular, alongside Split, where taking that pulse off the board could definitely benefit M80 if they are to fight heavily on that vert control up above through the likes of Piano and Contest. We do see a couple of pivots, though, in terms of attack repick. Buck taken down, and instead, with the blitz also off, double-ranged hard breach, but it actually ends up being a full transition.
Well, I like the fact that Bay's just immediately gone back onto the Vigil, so even though you're playing basement, I mean, in this instance, he can play just about anywhere. If he wants to go top floor, rotate back down towards middle, or even then eventually play something like
I look kind of
Circle.
loaded
He's got the
myself.
license to roam.
No, I actually just ate like way too much food, and I'm like comatose now, dude. My wife made a turkey the other day. It was so good. It was so good. Like, she made a turkey, and then we had like leftover turkey, so she made croissant sandwiches out of the leftover turkey, and they're fucking crack, bro. They're fucking crack. So good. Like, it was like a croissant with turkey in there, and then it has mayo, avocado, pickles, tomatoes, lettuce. Bro, wow.
Of which there are a couple here for Wildcard.
Oh, they're so good. And she made me 2 of them, so I had 2 of those plus a bowl of like my parents actually just got back. My mom is from San Diego, so my parents were visiting my mom's family, and my aunt has a bunch of my aunt has a ton of like fruit like fruit trees and stuff on her like property and stuff. So whenever my parents go there, or if any of them come here, they bring us back a whole box of like passion fruit and oranges, and it's really good. So I had a whole bowl of fruit and 2 croissant sandwiches. Oh, of course, like, I mean, I don't blame teams for taking shields, but it's just boring to watch,
And Bay, of course, running right still as well. 2v4, it's tough.
Kino's being a little bit too aggressive on that shield, though, in my opinion. The turkey was not fried, but it was just, cooked perfectly. Once again, if you don't like turkey, it's because your family fucking sucks at cooking.
So if Gunner and Hot and Cold can find a way to isolate those two,
tell your grandma to learn how to fucking cook, okay? You can tell your grandma that KingGeorge said learn how to fucking cook. You don't like turkey? That's it. Your family can't cook. That's it. Turkey, without being fried even, should be very juicy all the way through. Through the thigh, through the breast, to the leg, everything.
So much skill between the two. Baylor close.
Woo!
Again putting the boss G to work.
Bro, he is frying right now on that Vigil.
thought about the plant, gets off, gets the kill.
You don't even need the dark meat. I like dark meat more personally, but you do not need dark meat.
We'll now look for the plant to maybe bait out some movement, but there is no movement from Wildcard. They are giving Hot and Cold absolutely nothing to shoot at. He can't do a darn thing.
Nothing worse than dry turkey. Dude, I love turkey because everybody in my family could cook. I go over my grandma's house. Guess what? She knows how to cook.
No better start.
Turkey's great. It's juicy, moist, all the way through. Perfectly seasoned. Awesome. Go to my mother-in-law's house, same thing. Any of my aunts and uncles, same thing. Go to my parents' house, same thing.
9% cost, 98 EPS. Sits him at 40th for the event, so he hasn't necessarily been a big standout in terms of overall numbers, but he has had 6 multis leading in.
Bay is going crazy.
So he can have moments of brilliance, and we're seeing that.
Your wife makes the best turkey and stuffing? Yeah. You know what the key to a good turkey is, honestly? This is a big thing. Bro, you just got to use a lot of butter. If you use a shit ton of butter and like constantly baste the turkey like every 15 to 30 minutes, that turkey's going to come out fucking good. That's the trick.
This is the most defender side map at the tournament so far.
That bitch has to be swimming in butter.
Consort naturally a really tough map.
65%.
Yeah. But to be fair, this Veto overall, all of the maps are going to be very difficult to grind out on attack.
And that's the intriguing part too, because Wildcard naturally much better at defending than they are attacking.
Well, I'm saying you need a lot of butter. You can inject the butter.
Not going to be as capable maybe to steal those attacking grounds.
Trying to turn blood into a smoothie. Well, I'm saying that's how you make a good turkey. You gotta have the butter, dude.
They are doing at the moment, and doing so in a pretty aggressive manner, which is really good to see. So now it's up to M80. 2 rounds in, you've got a little bit of intel. The way that Wildcard are playing, the operators they're playing, the positions. Time to adjust a little bit. Let's see what Hot and Cold can call for his team in the third.
A good read from M80. They bring out the IQ here for the third round. Kansan onto the Valk. And so Gav with a critical role in trying to locate as much of that information as possible. With triple Nitro on the board here for defense, Valk will be potentially very influential.
You know what's funny too is a lot of this existing team was using the Boz G at like the Manchester Major.
Wildcard opportunities to find these early kills, play a little bit more exterior, play the util, and naturally you're going to slow yourself down when you bring in Gavin on the IQ, scanning for utility, trying to get deeper positions that are a little bit safer but might take more time. Diffuser now in basement. Baby Shark, by the way, lurking down there as well. Diffuser has made his way up service stairs and away.
They're taking way too long to clear this out. All right, never mind. They're making some progress.
He finds the first top floor as well.
God, I hate shields, bro.
Quite heavily around the map. M80 have maybe now found the gap in the defense.
Well, it's 5 kills for Bay so far. Key roll in console to net 1 or 2 more.
Bro, Bay is on a fucking heater right now. Oh my god, bro.
Locked in, flow state activated for Bay. Kino comes on by.
Oh.
And then caught by Gavin, a good little
fuck
blink.
the SMG-12.
By Kino, and Diffuser shuts down Spiker. And M80 take the lead in the round.
Defense to rotate below. Double Nitro is still up here for Wildcard. But with the blitz and the man advantage for M80, they find themselves in a good position.
Double Nitro, as you said, means you've got to play offsites, play down below.
The battle of the SMG-12.
Top site, though, is
We have an SMG-12, 2 SMG-12s, and a blitz.
In the last 25 seconds, Baby Shark has rotated back up. Lounge. He's on first floor, even with still a Nitro cell. Kansan Blue his. No avail. Probably have to make his way up yellow stairs. 15 seconds.
What can Baby Shark do from this position? 10 seconds. Barricade down.
Kino,
likely forced to move.
Kino's going for the plant, and no one's close by to stop him. This should be successful from Kino. Indeed it will be. Now makes the round a bit more difficult, but no! Massive Nitro cell.
Savini's above still. He's down. He's down.
M80 may have got the plant, but Baby Shark and Kansan had the clutch gene.
Someone disconnected.
3 rapid kills. And Wildcard may get 3 rapid rounds. Baby Shark is high, Bay's locked in. It's all Wildcard at the moment. Where is M80?
I'll have a short break to talk things over as the additional bans come through. But Wildcard looking red hot here already.
Someone
on
disconnected
having
from
all
the server.
answers. Their ability to clutch tested in that last round as well, and they deliver. This is where M80, hot and cold specifically, and perhaps Fabian at some point in time can be the ones to rally them back to success.
Ban the blitz. Good call.
Yeah, well, 3 straight for Wildcard. They get to go around the world. Now back over to CO meeting. It's timeout from Fabian.
We can't hear you. Are we? They can't hear me.
We can.
Okay, now they can. Is this how we want to go home? No. No. Then pull your fucking big boy pants on and start playing like a fucking team. We're pushing like a fucking wave. That's it. But the only thing is, our wave is in 3 different fucking waves. There's one guy here, one guy there, one guy in fucking Narnia. Go together. How hard is that? Are we doing 3-2-1s? Are we using utility for each other? No, we're not doing anything. We're letting a fucking Bay fucking shitting on us because we're just fucking doing nothing. Go together, use utility, 3-2-1s. Stop shitting our fucking pants. I don't want to go home now.
Pick it the fuck up, boys.
Fucking wake up, look the fucking, and turn this shit around.
Come on, boys.
Come on! Wake up!
Well, that was an impressive timeout speech from Fabian. Those back home certainly would have been impressed from, well, for those in the arena, let's just say Fabian was animated. He was pissed. He wants them to wake up or he feels like they are going home. Pretty early on, it's only the first map.
He's fired up.
He's fired up. He's not liking what he's seeing. To be fair, though, Wildcard are just playing some really good Siege.
Honestly, Bay is just fucking cooking people. Well, I mean, Fabian's not wrong, though. M80 is way too split up right now, and they're not trading out Bay. They're not trading him out. Like, there's no way he should be able to pick up as many kills as he's getting. I will say, though, he's fucking shooting like crazy at the moment.
Well, 3 straight for Wildcard is one thing. If they make it 4 straight after an M80 tactical timeout, that's when M80 and Fabian get very, very nervous.
I mean, Gunner's on a donut, Kino's on a donut.
Steal a few attacking rounds, and the narrative will
I mean, you know, the game is not only about kills, but
and you know full well he's going to be someone that will make his mark in this.
Those are your people that are like entrying pretty much for you, right? And hot and cold, he's 1-3.
We return, and Wildcard's composition
And they got it.
for the late round with the
I believe.
And the smoke specifically.
Game is all about kills. I mean, it's not only about kills, but a lot of it is.
Last time this objective was
a lot of it is.
in fact, here over towards V's, but it's more contained from Wildcard this time around.
The problem is they're not taking map control and stuff like that because they're just getting chewed up by Bay. They gotta kill him.
And the rest of the team situated close.
They have to shut him
It
down.
looks rather defaulty right now for Wildcard. The way they're playing this is saying to M80, we'll let you play a little bit.
Yeah, Baby Shark hasn't even died yet. I mean, he's playing well and stuff like that, but it's Bay is the one that's like controlling the game right now. He's setting the pace for the entire game.
Inside a meeting, playing the Tachanka, he's going to look to try and deny with utility. So this might be a little bit more of a stalled out 4th round in contrast to
They're literally just,
it's
yeah.
actually more so because of the way that Wildcard are playing it.
So we're just watching a guy Flores drone stuff.
Themselves on their toes.
Let's look at the admin take.
Adaptation from M80. Now they do
There we
have
go.
the tools in this round to deal with that. We saw Rotera is flying out. Gav got some value. There's Grim Bees for the late round. And a lot of throwables as well. So the util dump game here for M80 can work. Wildcard just not giving any engagements at the moment.
It'll be too closer to that final minute. Still no contest.
See the BB.
But I think that's
Bay
exactly
again.
what Wildcard want with the way they've been playing it. It's a double stack now over towards Spiral Stairs. Bay will be watching from long desk.
Ooh, nades popping up. Oop, took a good bit of damage there. Oh, I thought he was gonna get a collateral there. I mean, he did actually get a collateral. Look at Gavini's health.
But at least he did some significant damage. But long desk has now been overwhelmed and taken by M80.
M80 able to overload that position, but Dash responds. 40 seconds.
Diffuser was low. The Gas Babe does more than enough. M80 don't get the trade. Baby Shark quieted, and then Dash will be eliminated. But he got another Gas Babe kill before at least losing his life. Only the 1-player differential. Spiker in a very big fight against Gunner, and he wins it. Now turns his attention around to the
Wow.
Canton. 4 straight for Wildcard. Not even Fabian could change things for M80.
And that has to be incredibly frustrating for M80. Wildcard looking so damn good at the moment.
Well, where to, though, for M80? I mean, we had Laxing earlier today was hyping up Hot and Cold as the best IGL within the North American region. Right now, Spiker, well, he's laying his own claim with the way that Wildcard have been calling, playing. They've had full control, the pacing, the positioning. This has been Wildcard's half. M80 are reacting to what Wildcard are doing.
It's been all about variation. They continue to mix it up. They continue to catch M80 off, and they look sharp inside of the server to back up that game plan and action it well.
Well, the Wildcard fans that are in attendance
Pisty is selling.
to get a little wild themselves.
Pisty is selling people 3D printer filament.
This coming into the series, this was M80's map pick. They've been such a strong team.
Who's the best IGL right now? Within the US, are you saying? I mean, I still think Canadian is probably, in my opinion.
If they keep this up.
And touching as well on those additional bans that came through before the 4th round, Kaid and Blitz, we've seen the pivot from M80 onto the Blackbeard, and it did gain them value in the prior round, but still on that transition in towards...
I mean, if you're talking about like in total,
I
don't know. It's tough to say, bro. I mean, probably Leaky Fact, probably it's like, you know, I don't know. He also does tilt. Maybe like I don't know. Probably like Herds. I think Herds is their IGL, right? If I'm not mistaken. For Furia.
They get it down. Round 4, that last round, we see Bay. He doesn't play inside printer. He plays it back. He plays it slow. They are dwindling down the numbers from M80.
M80 is playing very passively right now.
Panic in these frustrating moments of not being able to find stability in these rounds. This is where Wildcard is winning the game, and they need to maintain this sort of pressure and tempo if they want to lock out this series.
Oh my god, bro, Bay is... Oh my... Okay, there we go, there we go. I was gonna spaz out, bro, if this guy got... if this guy's picking up 4 people.
Now gives M80 their best opportunity to win a round here on Consulate.
Who IGL'd Continuum? Canadian, yeah. I was secondary IGL, he was primary. On all the teams I was on, I was always primary IGL, but, you know, when I played on Continuum, Troy was primary IGL.
Dash as well, playing over towards storage. So the 3-man defense for Wildcard to withstand the full might of M80. Hot and Cold, the slow push through server. Has the diffuser. Gunner outside yellow. So they've got the pinch.
Alamal's a terrible IGL. I don't know. I mean, he's been a, you know, he's an invitational winning IGL. He's definitely had a bad run lately, though, I will say.
Anchor positions defensively. They have key players that can make a difference in this round, but still tough. The Blackbeard offering so much info.
That's crazy that they just reinforced that in front of them for free. There's no way that that should have just happened.
Still on that first floor, Hot and Cold just trying to avoid the damage. Gunner on the Deimos, bottom yellow. Ready for that death mark. Now onto Kenzen. He can make the push in from yellow.
Did it.
Is spotted.
Bro.
Hello, this is a big discipline.
Oh my god.
He honestly could have held and maybe got more, but enough.
Bro, this is fucking GG. I don't know what M80 is doing right now.
Gavin's got to get the kit. There's only 15 seconds left. The onus is on you, M80. You may have messed this one up from 5v3. Kenton and Dash just hold on, and they do. Oh, that is massive.
Tengu was shitting on who the other day?
What a play from
Canadian?
Spiker. What resilience from Wildcard.
Bro, this is, they're just completely like...
And I immediately looked over my shoulder to Fabian, and the body language was evident that he is incredibly frustrated.
He is incredibly frustrated. 5 straight for Wildcard on the defensive Consulate. I was not expecting this sort of beatdown, and if I was, it was maybe in the other fashion. M80 have just not shown up so far, but Wildcard just keep making plays, and while Spiker only got 1 there, he gets the Blackbeard. He disrupts that attack right when they think they've got the numbers advantage. They're pushing side. It's full disruption. It throws the round into chaos, and that's what Wildcard do at their best.
Yeah, the prone hero play was great, but closely behind was shutting down Gunner. That pinch position Yellow had all the hallmarks of being the big difference maker for M80 in that round, but he was slain. And with that, Wildcard 5-0 up in this series, and the storyline continues that here at Munich, they
If Fabian picked, if Fabian coached like Canadian to start the fist fight on stage.
So final round of the half.
Oh, Pengu was talking shit about Alamo. I mean, I don't know.
I would imagine it'll be a very hostile.
I mean, Pengu's gonna just speak his mind, right? Which is fine.
If M80 lose it in this sort of fashion,
I mean, to be fair, Almo's not playing too great. He's been making a lot of like pretty bad decisions.
have obviously started very slow, and then within the rounds that they've started to look a little bit more comfortable, more likely, started to get more opportunities, they've still squandered them. Wildcard at all stages have just been better. The early round wins, and then certainly now the late round.
Back-to-back appearances of the Solace in this.
Sounds like he might be out. Maybe. I think he still has the potential to be a really good player, but yeah, he's definitely not been playing as well as he normally does.
Now something different again for M80 that they have to deal with. Wildcard just keep them on their toes. Bay once again back on the vigil. And he'll play top floor along with Baby Shark.
Oh, Mistrone potentially.
Bay pushing down the hallway. Wanted to play off of that hole in the
Bro,
wall.
is Bay gonna get more Boss G SMG 12 kills?
As well. Over towards server stairs.
M80 don't necessarily need to push into this. They can consolidate positions elsewhere up above, but it's still a danger to contend with. Bay could move forward and try to catch this attack off guard.
Bay just keeps on poking his head. Minute 20. He's getting antsy. Maybe a little too antsy. Over to Kino in Visa. He's being disrupted by the Griswold mine.
Bro, 3 players on M80 are 1 in 5. Wow, bro.
Surprise, surprise.
This is a fucking massacre. I'm witnessing murder live on stream right now. Drops are still on. Yeah, drops are on right now.
M80 with a large contingency of players in Visa. Got the down onto Kino, and the impact will close him out, but then a flurry of kills for M80 finally. Showcasing their might, and Lee's Kansan, Nitrocell ripped, but fast feet denies Kansan that kill, and in server the plant will go down. Kansan not close by, he will not be able to deny. Spotted immediately.
Oh!
Headshot tap from Kansan onto Diffuser, keeps this round alive. 8-0-3.
Of course, position though known, low on HP. Surely Kansan unable to win this one.
He's gonna give it his all.
It is behind the server, behind the pillar. He could just stick it if he knows. If he gets this guy, oh, I was gonna say if he got that guy, he probably could have tucked and just diffused.
Earlier, but it doesn't net them the round. M80 finally on the board. It's taken them 6 rounds, but they've got their first one on Consulate, and now get to go defense themselves.
We have certainly seen stranger comebacks in the past. However, M80 need to step it up here defensively. They must ensure that Wildcard do not dictate the tempo of this second half. It was their biggest strength on defense and made M80 guess, made them play from the back foot.
I mean, there's certainly every possibility that M80 can now replicate what we saw from Wildcard, go on defense, string a lot of rounds together.
Hey, listen, they could come back. They could.
The most in that category of the event so far.
They're about to be on defense now, which is a huge difference. This is an extremely... I mean, it's going to be hard to come back from, 5-1, but you're 1-5. But I mean, being on defense is a big fucking deal on this map.
Wildcard's attack so far at Munich hasn't been their strong suit.
When's the next major? Well, there's the Invitational in February. It's going to be in Paris. In Paris.
This one out with a few attacking rounds.
For reference as well, M80 heading into this matchup, a 52 defensive win rate. And so that sits them about middle of the pack at this particular event.
Yeah, but their attacking win rate's 57%. What happened to that?
Yeah.
We've seen already how animated Fabian has been with his team. Of course, timeout already used by M80. Wildcard still have theirs in pocket with Lagonis. And so if they do lose, say, 2 rounds from here, 2-3 rounds.
Am I gonna go to the invitation? I mean, if Ubisoft invites me, I'll go. If they don't invite me, I won't go. I will go on my own, but hopefully they will. I mean, I definitely want to go. That'll be a cool. That'll be probably one of the events that I really do want to go to. But
suggesting that they may look for a console direct. It is potentially possible, facilitated by that Capitao and Grim combination. They can then follow that up with the likes of a yellow drop as well in combination to make it difficult for M80 to withstand it. That being said, defensively, their utility will be sound as well in denying
they
that.
just got cans.
Especially the Tachanka in denying that particular swing.
They're nading from the window, so no trick gonna come out.
Wildcard shape up for in this round.
Yeah, and not just also
These dudes are pro. Everyone is capable of 1v5 clutching. Sure, but they're also playing against other pros. You know, 1v5 clutches are extremely rare in Pro League. Like, I don't know. There's been, like, what, a handful of them ever? I can't even think of, like, chat, do you guys remember any 1v5 clutches within the past, like, I don't even know. There's probably, like, one that happens a year.
And already offsets this attack from Wildcard to begin the second half.
The Nesk on Oregon was, bro, that, believe it or not, that was like 7 years ago. That's the only one I could really think of off the top of my head. Stompin' had one?
The message delivered loud and clear to
Oh, okay.
M80's defense is not going to just be run through. Hot and cold to finish it. As Gunner started it, M80 showcasing that they
was it an actual 1v5? NJR and Bank. They happened, but not that much. Not that much.
Yeah, really nice work there from M80. Both Gunner and Gav, when they heard that rappel, they heard that audio cue.
Let's put it this way. There's probably less than 5 a year out of the hundreds of matches that get played a year. Probably like, you know, you're talking each game has a potential to be like 15 rounds, right?
That's been an intriguing discrepancy.
Multiply that by hundreds of games, and then you have the amount of times that there's a 1v5 clutch. Very rare. There's more 1v5 clutches in ranked than there is in Pro League. Because in Pro League, most of the time people are not gonna like. And you gotta remember, there's also games where there's like. I feel like, you know. I feel like if you do it against an APAC team, it doesn't really count.
So the basement would go then for the 8th round.
Also a LAN event, yeah.
And you look across at the lineup here from M80.
Who did NJR do it against? And who did Stompa do it against?
They may dial it up. Diffuser on the Mozzie looking to deny potentially.
I honestly don't remember those.
And Gav,
I think I just watched so much I blank out.
similar impact to what we saw from Bay.
Pros can 1v5, but pros also know how to not to get 1v5 right.
Maybe try and find pick or two before.
Oh yeah, I'll always be an APAC hater, dude. Oh, if this was Falcons, then that's a different story.
Wildcard know full well that with M80 on defense, them stringing rounds together would not be unheard of, and that massive lead could certainly evaporate before they even realize it.
Stomps was against Secret. Okay, that's respectable.
They started about, what,
honestly
7-1,
don't remember that.
Over the first 2 rounds, or maybe 7-2.
What was NJR's?
By M80. Valiant himself even mentioning Bay in the earlier timeout. Just feels like Wildcard are cooling off a little bit. This is the right time for M80 to strike. They know they can play aggressive. Diffuser on the Mozzie, Gavin on the Vigil. They can play the map. Here on this basement side, there's that Nitro Cell shot out though. The reaction time from Kansan on display.
With that though, Wildcard able to claim some semblance of map control. The defense now peeling back towards the first floor. Although Dash quickly taking ground. Blackbeard, the perfect operator for this kind of role.
It was Secret too. So Secret's just the best at getting 1v5'd, evidently.
Posing a threat, lobby side on that Vigil.
Okay, fine, it doesn't count.
What can he do from there?
If Secret got 1v5 twice, then that's just a fundamental Secret problem.
Just happy to sit. Now Wildcard slowing the tempo down. Really, as this match has actually progressed, you think back to the very beginning few rounds, they were high tempo. quick fire action that suited Wildcard.
Old Siege pro players versus pro players now. Who's gonna win? I mean, the people now definitely.
Should have a really good read on this particular push. Double nitro.
People have gotten better at the game. Stompin' is all hype? No, I don't think so. He's been playing very well.
Spiker onto Gavin, shuts down the vigil, gives them now the numbers advantage, heading towards basement. Main breach still electrified and reinforced, but no worries, no problems for Wildcard. They find different avenues. Another one from Kansan, and the back push is lethal.
Damn.
Slips through the back door. Diffuser shut down. Pistol Kansan doing it all.
Kino 1 in 8, something like that.
This slow pace Wildcard at their peak, at their best. It's when they push forward quick and fast. M80 did not know what hit them. Kansan,
That's like asking Gretzky to pull records in today's NHL like he did back in the 80s. Yeah.
Such a steady
People have just gotten better.
until that execute where Wildcard.
Kino's having a
back to
really
their
rough
explosive
game.
Best. Got a little bit concerned given the information that was readily available to M80, but just unable to action off it. And then when that back hit came through,
M80 smoked weed and Wildcard did math.
So sharp.
M80 on the ropes here on the opening map of this.
They are not singing anymore, I'll tell you that much.
The map of Wildcard to follow this doesn't spell good news.
Bro, M80 were singing,
And what a round
dancing.
over Kansan. And there was still about 30 seconds remaining on the clock, so they did pick up the pace. 13 kills for Kansan.
Kansan went crazy, bro.
Leads all comers inside of the server. And with that 4K, are now 179 EPS. Huge
Yeah, bro.
numbers.
Kino's 1 in 7.
14 and 2.
That's so rough.
Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
And 4 rounds to now close out this map. And if Wildcard are to knock out M80, who's to say they can't go and knockout phase later tonight? It's that kind of run.
Over to Expo then for round number 9.
Maybe it might choke out Gunner if he
The
starts
emphasis
singing
on
again.
information gathering for M80, the combination of the Valk and the Pulse. Will they have a better read on Wildcard for
M80
this
is
particular round?
overconfident.
Diffuser
Probably.
takes a touch of
'Cause,
damage.
I mean, they
to the
traditionally
now.
have really beat Wildcard most of the
Probably
time,
close
but
above, try to activate the ram and then fortify that position with the gridlock once they get control.
Kino 1 and 7, but now on the pulse, and he's not going to be helping out too much in the kill department. At least can provide the information with the cardiac sensor. Has a nitro cell. Might just be what M80 need. But it almost feels inevitable the way that Wildcard have been playing, the way that Kansan has been playing. What can M80 do? 4 rounds straight on the defense required. We saw Wildcard do that in the first half, so it is doable. But now the pressure on.
So a yellow drop from Wildcard as they initiate this attack. Can an M80 withstand this pressure?
Dash just pushes through top floor. Good position taken towards long desk. He will be
See what
forced
it
back
does.
temporarily. Top floor control though being established now for Wildcard in good time.
And Kino remains below, still feeding information on that cardiac sensor for his team.
I mean, the beauty of watching Wildcard, they just don't look panicked for time. They want this top floor control to play the vert on this first floor bomb site. Whereas for M80, they're more so focused on denying
Kino
from
has the
below.
Glock
They want to
out.
keep garage control.
Double stack garage, double nitro below. Will that be enough for M80?
Still 50 seconds, still plenty of time remaining, but the good news for M80, they haven't lost anyone just yet. Can they find a pick here onto Dash? Gun up, wall open further up. Again, more reactions here from Dash.
what is he shooting at?
Almost finding the kill onto Gunner. Wildcard have the extra play, but the time starts to dwindle. Spiker lost his life, the Blackbeard falls too, but so does Diffuser. Gunner and Gavin, as the duo, must now hold strong for M80 or this map is done. The kit does still need to be recovered as well for Wildcard. Gunner low on health, Kansan pushing through.
It's
looking
over.
for 15, looking for the map win.
Low time.
12 seconds remain.
Okay,
Gavin,
slow
can you
time.
hold on and
Winnable.
close this up? He's spotted, he's found, he's now being overwhelmed.
Nah.
Of course it's Kansan. What
15
not?
frags for Kansan. He
15
fucking
kills.
You know, Bay was destroying in the beginning of the game, but Kansan really cleaned it up at the end.
Wildcard on a path towards a lower bracket final. One more map away from their targeting phase. M80 are on the ropes in Munich.
No, yeah, it's not even entry. Pino had a really bad game, bro. What did he go, 1-8? Yeah, 1-8, and he was getting like picked first every time too, which is just tough. Hopefully next map he can pick it up. It's best of 3, so we'll see what next map. Honestly, though, I mean, that map was just didn't even look close at any point in time. Yeah, Fabian's definitely mad. Yeah, they're playing music to like try to hide the sound of Fabian raging. These taglines are cringe. Yeah, they're a little, yeah, they're not the best, honestly, but it's alright. How's Fabian? What would I tell the players? I don't know, dude. I'm not a coach. I don't know. All joking aside, I would say, look, you gotta just trade kills out. They're just not trading at all. I know it's easy to say, but like they're not really working together to trade out kills. Be sure to see Kino and Gunner come back on stage with a black eye. Fabian just starts beating them. Yeah, they're just way too spread out. If you're gonna run a shield, you gotta support the shield and play with it. Every single time the shield is going in, Kino's going in. I mean, he's just kind of by himself on an island. It doesn't really work. Yeah, also, I mean, just Wildcard has the confidence right now, too. I really don't think there's much that M80 can do except for just, you know, if they just got to step up and just, you know, get some momentum going, really. I always love all these city shots that they do in these like little waiting screen videos. Yeah, they literally did just like eat them alive. Hmm. Interesting. Yeah. Wildcard definitely has that like confidence right now for sure. They should do city shots for Detroit or to be considered TOS. Listen, Detroit is actually nice, okay, bro? Our city shots are beautiful, actually. You're just a hater. We actually have a super nice architecture here. We have there's a pretty famous like architect named Frank Lloyd Wright, and he designed a lot of the architecture around Detroit and stuff like that. We also have a ton of Art Deco architecture here, like some of the most in the world actually. So we actually have a really beautiful skyline, a lot of really cool Art Deco skyscrapers and buildings, and you can look up like the Fisher Building and stuff like that.
I want to know what made M80 so uncomfortable playing in a map that you guys picked.
We have 2 bridges.
Not much to say. They showed up.
Going to Canada.
We're going to try and bounce back for map 2, and if we don't, we're going home. I don't think anyone wants to go home that way, so we'll try not to.
You played much less than them in this map, and yet you were so comfortable and dominant the whole game. How?
I mean, we haven't played console in a very long time. We haven't really scrimmed it that much either. I think it's just we're just the better team, to be honest.
At all? Like, everything?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it matters what map. As long as we play our game, it'll be easy.
And that is our first map in our NA Showdown, done and dusted. And we know Consulate is a defender favorite mapper. Come on now. This was M80's map pick, and Wildcard just seemed too strong.
Yeah, I mean, it really started off the gate with a big bounce back, setting the tempo.
That was a crazy shot.
Absolutely slowing down M80, especially in a man-down situation. The player that you looked for in the early game of this series.
I think the biggest thing, honestly, I think Bay really opened up the game for them. M80 was playing so scared after he got like, I don't know, like 7 kills in like whatever 3 rounds or something. Fox is dressing a little too comfy. I mean, he's got the trendy outfit on and stuff, I guess.
But it's talking about the aggression. It's talking about the tempo that Wildcard keeps hitting the hammer on the nail and reinforcing that they are the better team. They are going to be the ones that are going to be taking this series, and Kansan yet again opening.
Yeah, literally round 1, the way Bay, like, he basically just killed their confidence, exactly.
On the defensive half.
I mean,
2 is 20 till I showed up. Okay, bro.
For so long and still showing up. Look at the KPR. 1.67 per round is insane.
No, it's absolutely insane. Even
15 and 2.
He's doing it all. There's nothing you can't say that he's already doing. And the fact of the matter, this is where veteran leadership and experience comes into play. Is when you're at the wit's end of an event, you're on the cusp of making a grand final. This is where you want that veteran experience to be able to topple the charts, to come.
No way, Wildcard's beating M80. If you've been watching Wildcard, they've been playing lights out. Honestly, I'm not surprised by this result at all.
You can see why he's the veteran on the team, and we've always known him from his history of playing Siege. He's always been a great player, always showed up when they needed him most, especially on the main stage, and he never seems to fail, and he's able to lead his team of rookies.
Fox is making his outfit work. Same with Lax. I feel like Lax always is suited up pretty nice.
Looking to prepare for the second map. Fabian is under pressure with his team, and we heard him say it. You gotta wake up. M80 has to wake up if they want to stay in the tournament. We'll be back with their next map.
Lax looks fucking sweet, like he's been a fuck ton off of coke. Okay, bro, what analogy is that? He actually does look like he's like partners with Scarface. I'm not gonna lie. He always I feel like Lax is always like the best or one of the best dressed at every event though. Is Munich the headquarters for BMW, by the way? Let me look. Yeah, they're actually in Munich. That building, it's going to pop up again in a second. It's the headquarters for BMW. So no wonder there were so many museums and stuff like that in Munich for BMW. As soon as I saw all those, I'm like, it's probably their headquarters, but... Intero looks good. Bro, Intero literally, he has to cut his hair, bro. He looks like a damn hippie. Damn communist hippie. You're low-key rooting for Wildcard now. You love the underdog story. I got my MP5 skin, so I don't really care who wins anymore. It looks like Hagrid. Tara looks like Hagrid's younger Soviet brother. Real. Oh my gosh, dude, I should send that to him. So let's see if the building pops up again for the BMW headquarters. I could show it to you guys if it does. I saw it earlier, but it looks like they're doing more of like the older section of town. Oh, that's it. That's the BMW World Headquarters right there. That building right in the center. That's Yep, see the BMW thing right here? BMW. That's their worldwide headquarters. So for BMW fans, there's like a BMW museum there. The world headquarters is there. I'm not a huge BMW. I mean, I like their cars, but... When it stands as a Jesse, it's like dropping his kid off to college. Okay, bro. You're a wizard, Vladimir. Now off to the gulag. Oh my god. Is Mercedes in Munich too? I don't think Mercedes is in Munich, are they?
Fabian, how was the prep talk?
I mean, as much as it can be after a loss like that, we played.
No, they're in Stuttgart. Stuttgart is like I think VW is there too, if I'm not mistaken. VW.
The comps is high, but we need to like.
Oh no, they're in Wolfsburg.
We need to win the next map
wherever that
or
is.
the last map. That's it. Like we're confident, but like keep calm for now. We still have a map to play. And yeah, I'm not hyped for the first map.
They're screaming for you.
Yeah, the guys, let's go.
What else? Porsche. I mean, Porsche is part of like kind of part of VW. They're in Zoffenhaus, a district of Stuttgart. So Mercedes and Porsche are both in Stuttgart.
We talked about it in the pre-match that M80 is the only difference between them and the other teams that came up against Wildcard is they can play
Audi?
slow.
Let's see. They're also German, so.
We didn't see that in console. We haven't seen it yet. That's the big change is that matchup, especially on a map like Cafe, which is a lot more slow-paced.
They are in
a lot more, which M80 is currently the best team in trades when it comes to the tournament.
I mean, not even just the trades, the opening kills. They need to be able to
Ingolstadt?
heavily get those into those favor, not losing these clutch
Ingolstadt.
moments like they did to Wildcard in the consulate, and not even just
wherever that is.
Temple. This isn't a matchup about meta. This is a stylistic matchup. You know your opponent. You know the idiosyncrasies that you can take full advantage of, but it's going to be important, not just on hot and cold, but each individual to understand who they're playing against, who they're playing in front of, and how they can switch that and turn it into their favor.
All right, well, I'd love to hear from you two about your predictions going into the second map, but I would actually like to ask our lovely crowd here in Munich, do we think M80 has a chance to win this next map? Okay. Or do we think Wildcard will win this in a 2-0?
That's that's obvious.
Yeah, that sounds pretty obvious. All right, then let's send it back to our casters for map 2.
You don't like Fox's outfit? I feel like I could never pull that off, but he pulls it off.
At the moment, for M80 now have to do it the hard way. Win on Cafe, follow up, then into Skyscraper.
Like, I feel like he's the only person that could pull that off.
The favorites coming into the series now heavily tested. Wildcard on the verge of their fairy tale run continuing. So out of the break and into Cafe for the second half of this long bracket semi-final.
The stage is sick.
Would have got a stern talking to by Fabian. I imagine we heard him earlier in the timeout. Wasn't happy.
There's no more singing.
They certainly need a little bit of calmness, I think, coming
Fabian walked back there. All right, no more fucking singing. Time to win this shit.
So the band's now shaping up. Blackbeard Castle initially. Do we see Wildcard double dip and take the Izami off the board? It's fairly meta at the moment on Cafe. And looking to enable more play on Repel. So we'll see what they opt for. But a lot of this match, again, will be centered around pacing. The devs keep framing it in that manner, and I tend to agree. As expected, Izami off. And so attack at least that Blackbeard and Dokkaebi combination, both of which prevalent here on Cafe.
Well, the pacing that you're alluding to is probably more so on M80's attack. We won't see that in the first half. For Wildcard, though, funnily enough, they are the team that gets the quickest opening kills at the tournament so far, averaging at around 1 minute 50. So they want to bring the faster pace style, and they may opt to do so in this opening.
Oh, yeah.
Wildcard's
dude predicts.
run has been scintillating so far in Munich. Can it continue? One map away from a lower bracket.
What's the map?
Top 3 placing.
I know I saw it, and now I'm just blanking.
As well for Wildcard, they stand to gain the most.
Cafe.
So let's jump into things.
Guys get 2 minutes on this predict.
Of choice for M80. Another key metric as well.
All right, well, listen, they get defense first this time. Not as defender heavy of a map, to be honest, but
back on Consulate, where the opening kill went the way of M80, failed to convert. It was a big difference maker in that matchup. And heading into this game, both of these two teams were even on that metric. We'll see how that translates across here to Cafe.
So hot and cold will go the Mozzie. M80 will now bring their defense. Reading Fireplace. I think getting off to the good start, the solid start, getting a few defensive rounds is so required for M80. Just to quell the nerves, now facing elimination for a top team that's been performing so well at the event. If I'm Wildcard, I'm thinking just bring the chaos, bring the energy, try and play some fast siege.
They don't have a Warden, and they have a Ying and a Blitz. No Warden ban either.
With those death marks, so they have the tools necessary if they do wish to go for a fast hit.
Who do I think's winning? I mean, I picked M80 for my predictions. I mean, to be honest, I had a feeling Wildcard would probably win this just because they've been playing crazy well. But I'm rooting for M80 because Hot and Cold is my old teammate, and you know, I don't know, I like Fabian a lot. We've been friends for many years, so. I mean, I wouldn't be mad if Wildcard wins either. I've played like ranked with some of these people and stuff, and they're all pretty nice.
Trigger discipline though from Hot and Cold will be to his benefit. Shoots bait in the back. Dash will then ring back around through Pillar, trying to find Hot and Cold, but he's already further deep. Up close now is Diffuser. Oh,
nice.
Dash thought he could shoot.
Go Houghton.
Diffuser in the back, but Hot and Cold came back to help out his teammate.
Yeah, whoever wins this game, I'm going to be rooting for them to win the finals. You know, or well, whatever, the next game against FaZe, technically. And then, hopefully the finals. I like to see NA. I mean, I root for NA.
Spiker does find one. Well, Spiker gets one. Hot and Cold gets out of a tricky position. Tucked in on the corner. Runs back in through reading. Still 2 nitros up and available for the defense. Spiker over towards Train. Wants to try and slip in and maybe go for this dining plant. Still 60 seconds, so he knows he doesn't have to commit to anything yet. No Candelas remaining for Kansan on the Ying. 2 death marks, though, for Baby Shark if they need more information.
No top floor control either, so the pivot here from Wildcard looking to gain ascendancy above.
No ace
Hunter
charges.
is in washrooms.
Gonna have to go.
Maybe a
Guy
read on his position,
Pixels.
his location. They can always just drop
No, his
kill up,
couches
late round,
actually.
go for the
They're probably
read
not going to
point.
see him here. They
That
can't
is
even
always
breach.
viable. Gunnar, will he catch them off guard?
There's also
He moves
Mira.
out
Why is he in
washrooms,
front of the
further deep
Miras?
position, over towards Lounge.
I mean, I guess.
Navigating
I
the
don't
line
know.
to
I don't really
Kansan.
get that one. That's a
Switched
weird
on,
play.
locked in. Great game
I mean, I get he's trying to like
towards Cocktail,
throw him
catches
off and
Spiker.
stuff, but you have 2
Tucked in
mirrors
the
up.
corner,
Just
and that's
play
kicked out
them.
on the floor. Desperately throws out the Nitrocell, knowing that the pressure will come his way. Drops Laundry, can now go back, play the site. Gavin then plays Laundry, knowing that Kansan was to follow. Such a well-orchestrated round from M80, and while Wildcard have kept it close, M80 have always been in control, start to finish. That's the
You
way
think
they
Canadian
needed
will
to
stay?
start Cafe
Probably.
on Wildcard's map pick.
M80 doing a great job in catching that curveball, the initial push in towards Pillar, not direct towards site, but instead looking to exploit elsewhere inside of that objective. But M80 bait them in, isolate the blitz. Wildcard try to reconsolidate in the late round, but the damage already done.
Well, the crowd wants map 3. We're only into the first round. A lot more Siege to be played. And, of course, the lower bracket final later on tonight. FaZe Clan awaiting the winner of these 2 teams. What a start, though. Hot and cold, trigger discipline. We saw a little bit of that, actually, from Spiker back on the first map of Consulate. And in the end, it set M80 up nicely in the round. But what solidified the round for them was the top floor play. Cocktail, Gavin, drop back, gets the second on through Laundry. Really well-worked round. Some of the better Siege we've seen from M80 in this lower bracket semi-final. So from Reading and Fireplace to
Dane's gonna
and Fireplace.
have the wheelchair around before he retires. Avian's halftime beating it. I don't think he actually beats them, okay?
To bring double vert for this round, so the buck ramp combination, they'll be eager to work above and flush out key.
I mean, at least we have a guaranteed NA team in the top 3. That's what's nice.
Defensively, M80, a couple of nitros available.
Guaranteed.
So that will be their plant denial potential. The catch as well from Gunnar will be incredibly important. We've seen Util Dump be incredibly successful here at Munich, and so he'll be able to quell that with a little bit of catch, particularly up above. Should help fortify the likes of these mirror positions, which will make that top floor clear quite challenging.
I wanted to add as well, Cafe is one of 2 maps that is quite literally been 50-50 in attack defense so far at this event. The other map being Border is actually straight on 50-50. Cafe's 50.6 to 49.4. So again, you round that up, and well, this is going to be a map that isn't ultra-ly determined by just defense alone, akin to what we saw back on Consulate. Every round will be crucial and will matter and will set the tone for the map.
See what we're
Gunnar
doing
inside
here.
Cigar Shop is his position.
He's been ratting really hard, but I don't think they know he's here. This will be huge. This will be huge potentially.
Holds, doesn't make a sound, doesn't make a move. Not sway.
They don't know.
Bay is there as well, but the shot through and Gunnar
Ooh!
expects a second and he gets them both.
And he gets out too.
Down. Blaze of glory from
Huge.
Gunnar. M80 setting the tone early on Cafe with their aggression around the map, playing good positions, then falling back and not giving Wildcard the chance to then get trades.
Quite similar to the opening round. It's a 5 versus 3.
I think they mistrode that shit.
Take tempo now from this point onwards. Util dump from Wildcard. M80 though already vacating these key positions up above.
Yeah, there's no one top floor for M80. It's clear that Wildcard have to go through and do the job, but no one to be found. And Cabin with a nitro. Another kill for M80, and while he did lose his life to
Only
Kansan
and dash up. Ram is still up as well as Habana, so
down to just 2 players remaining, and not a lot of time either. A well-defended round from M80.
That other one's too far. Still got it. It's fine.
Witnessed mining in Fireplace, all the action top floor. And that says to me the way
Siege
that
Cup.
M80
Oh yeah,
are
Siege
playing
Cup is
Cafe, they're
today.
forcing Wildcard to take these fights.
Oh.
Diffuser trying to
Oh.
find dash.
I don't know. That was a little.
Kansan 1v3.
Kansan has been.
That was a little crazy,
so
but
far.
gunfight sake. I mean, I guess it's low time. You gotta do something, but
1v3. Gunner's so low on health, but he's got so little time. Default taken out. Back out into the corridor and then slips back into Fireplace. could go plant mining. Gunner's on red stairs. If he does go mining side, kills Gunner, he could get the plant down. 5 seconds
They're all
still remaining.
far.
They will force him
He
to
could
go
maybe
and stick
plant.
his plant inside of mining and then converge. Now they start making the
I would
move.
at least try.
Even just the footsteps gets him off the plant.
He
Saves
saved
the
KD there,
but can't
100%.
save the round. 2-0 M80.
Why are you trying to save KD? They weren't even close to him. He honestly probably could have got that plant off.
To peel away, not fall
It would have been close.
to the trap of sticking around too long. Wildcard calling their attack.
Everyone already know that, guys. Understand about this is beautiful. Okay, first thing, let's play the mountain next round. For you, dash and execution. For basement, you can cross to the bunker plant. And for you, Spike, if they play top 4, doesn't matter what the defense they're doing, just play the mountain. Okay. Other thing, guys, talk about the next step. Like, we're not talking, okay, we're gonna kill Sion. How we kill Sion play? Grenade from heaven, or we can use the Thatcher if the Thatcher is gonna be open. Shy can play the Thatcher if they're doing the util burn, the util burn defense. But just talk about the next step, right? Speed up a little bit. The match's all good, you know. Just talk about this, guys. Okay. Next step and that's it. Nothing more. Okay.
Probably gonna be basement here. Bro, default spots, let's just start face checking the Shaiko guy, bro. Let's just like get on the PNR repel Evan, and me and Shark can just drop and kill this guy.
Well, relatively calm timeout though for Wildcard from Lagonas. That he didn't seem.
I feel like Lagonas is always pretty collected.
But it is a relatively early timeout as well.
Fabian's like, Fabian's like, I'm either gonna slap your hand for a high five or I'm gonna slap you in the face. So pick which one you want. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
That prior round, Gunner able to play the tuck, netted 2 kills, and then those on site doing their role as well, giving no opportunity for Wildcard to find win conditions in that particular round.
Bomb located by attackers.
Top floor we go. Can M80 continue this streak?
Well, it certainly feels possible with the way that they're playing. They're not just winning these rounds in a scrappy fashion. Double opening kill, double conversion.
A lot of holes above, bathroom rotate.
Not make any kind of mistakes early.
They haven't gotten rid of this mirror yet. I mean, I'm glad they're playing it again. Abuse it as much as possible if it's not banned.
Good tempo, good control. This is better from M80. Got to keep this going. Bar cocktail for the 3rd floor. On the 3rd site of choice as well for M80, looking to go around the world. And so far, this is a good early stage.
You couldn't even tell the difference in timeout. Bro, Lagonas is like so calm and like reassuring and stuff like that. And like Fabian's like, do you want to go home? If we go home, I'm going to beat your fucking ass.
They find a way to try and activate the sense in this particular round, making opportunities. Skylight, for instance, you can cut off some of the longer angles from Cocktail as well towards the latter portion of the round. And again, with the castle and the Izami banned out, repel game on this site likely to be critical.
And looking at some of the statistics that we've had at Munich so far,
he doesn't hit them
and Kitchen, the most
hard.
attack-sided sites on Cafe. So it's kind of a pick your poison. Drone information for Kansan. Spotted Gunner sitting below the skylight. He will reposition now. But again, it's good sign to M80 the way that they're playing in these certain positions. It's not rather default. They're not keeping it completely compact and closed and ultra defensive. They are showing Wildcard that they can play these aggressive positions. Keeps Wildcard on their toes as they're making entry. And right now it's just a full repel stack for Wildcard. 90 seconds.
Ooh, this could be a double.
Thrown out from Diffuser, catches dash. Again, another opening kill for M80. Really coming to life here on Cafe. Total control. Wildcard have just not been able to get into their flow state on this map.
Still no boots on the ground inside of the map. It's tedious for Wildcard. Only a minute to go. The drop to follow.
Well, look at the ROUs that have been sent out by Kansan. As you mentioned, the drop. Bay pushes in towards shop. Kino, though, was in lounge. They did not account for his aggressive positioning. Leaves Spiker by himself at the skylight in a 1v4. Well, M80 are coming to life in this lower bracket semi-final. On the verge of a 3rd consecutive round, and Kino puts an end to it.
I'm gonna beat you. Okay, I can't with these memes, you guys.
Well, you guys want map 3. We might be on road for that. 3-0. M80 looking so strong here on Cafe. And out of the timeout for Wildcard, it's yet another failure.
Additional bans to then come into play for the remainder of the half. Deimos and Mirror. Deimos very, very important in some particular executes here on Cafe, given the vertical nature of the map, and Mirror has been seen in every round so far, now stripped away from M80.
Yeah, but that's not really been, I think, a massive factor in the reasons why these rounds have been won by M80. Sure, it's there, sure, it's been played. They're winning a lot of these rounds because of their early positioning. The fact they've adapted, they've wanted to now take the early fights, and they're winning them.
Bro, I love Fabian. I think he's one of my favorite people in the whole scene.
Well, no surprise. And that was really what let them down back on Consulate. There was actually, in the first half, a string of 3 rounds where M80 got the opening picks, converted none of them. And that ended up being the main difference between the two teams. So they're active early, they're converting on their advantages, and the whole team now looks switched on. There's no one clear standout. All 5 coming to the table for M80. Wildcard need to adapt now on the fly and find different avenues to get some attack rounds in this half.
So let's see. They're doing basically the same setup. Finally, they banned the mirror out. They're running the shield like Lagonas was talking about. He did tell Dash to run it, but I guess they have Spiker on shield.
For the second attempt, play. Spiker likely wanting to play that front line, command his team. I expect more emphasis on map control.
Once guys, take the try before month 3, so welcome back to once guys.
Flush out that defense. Bravo also in play, so clutch drones from Baby Shark to be critical in this round.
Oh, the run out. Hot and Cold catches Dash. Was sitting on that pillar run out for what felt like the first 40 seconds of the round. And once someone came running his direction, he was ready to pounce. Bay, though, finds his first kill of Cafe onto Gunner, who
yeah, Bay's been having a rough game compared to frying everybody previously.
Makes it a 4 versus 4, and with that Wildcard have got top red control. Kansan will shut down Gavin. And Hot and Cold taken low, but Diffuser shuts down Bay before he can cause more damage and pushes forward. There's more players there. Diffuser is hungry for more, wants to try and shoot Spiker in the side, avoid that shield.
Spiker's low. He can be C4'd here very easily.
Control to Wildcard.
Diffuser though continues
to he's behind him?
Big nitro from Kino. And with Kansan low, it swings back again. Such a chaotic round pick, Kansan.
Kansan.
From Consulate, now shut down from Kino.
Come on, Kino.
1v1 with a minute remaining.
Make up for last game, buddy. You don't want the wrath of Fabian.
Though, Baby Shark with a lot of time.
60 seconds in a 1v1. Baby Shark was able to retrieve the kit. Could drop from bar down into pillar.
There is a drone in Laundry. Kino's
they did ban his SMG-12, that is true.
Kino has no utility. Either shotgun or SMG will be the weapon of choice. Baby Shark has dropped. He's now second floor. Around the corridor, deals with a bulletproof camera. Kino will hold white stairs. He even gets a little bit of yellow ping information. The best thing that Kino can do now is hide and force that time to dwindle down. Baby Shark thought about watching white stairs. Now opts for the plant. Kino makes the move, dashes into Laundry. There is still time for Baby Shark if he wants to go for the kill, but captures Kino at the doorway.
I don't know why he's re-peeking that. He should have just kept tucking corner.
One little shoulder peek.
I mean, I know it's a drone, but...
Wildcard find their first round on Cafe.
That's a tough one for Kino. Gets drawn out by the fake plant directly into Laundry. Again, there was a drone actively in that position.
The drone being there, honestly, is very unlucky, but...
Baby Shark hitting a clean shot after that info was relayed. Finally, they hit the scoreboard.
Baby Shark got a donut up to that point, too.
Back to mining we go.
Bro, no one could ever talk shit about NA crowds ever again after this major. I'm sorry.
Yeah, M80 losing out the round where, in a lot of avenues, the opening 3 rounds, the same play style netted them the round wins. Wildcard this time, though,
I mean, am I going crazy or is this crowd like, okay, it's fine, but this crowd is less hyped than an NA crowd is even. Am I wrong here?
Desperately needed for Wildcard. It is still 4 rounds straight that M80 have been able to find the opening kills. Wildcard have not been able to get the plant successfully down once. So a lot of the metrics are still in favor of M80, but they can swing and swing quickly. Kansan again influential in that round. He got a 3K, the first multi-kill round in this map. He's now up to 21 kills across the 2 maps. The next best is Gavin with 12.
Oh.
And the Echo to
Are we getting Comcasted?
In this half.
Oh boy.
So time will be a big factor for both teams.
Oh frickin' boy.
Hot and Cold will be eager to stay alive to the late round and get value from his drones in an attempt to gather information and of course deny plant as well. Equally, Baby Shark IQ will be desperately searching for that Yokai information in combination with the Valkyrie as well. Eyes on Dash.
It'll even out in a sec.
Susceptible to the run out.
Sorry, chat. Comcastic moment.
He'll be eager to also add to his tally as well. Red ping.
Tap, 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 but it's Bay that hits the headshot onto Diffuser.
Okay, we're
Lesion
back.
down.
Yeah, I don't know why. Comcast just like
Wildcard find their
pooped a little
first
bit,
opening
but we
kill
should be
on
good.
Cafe. Are they starting to turn the tide? And with Spiker
That
on
was
the Monty
weird.
inside a shop, he can maintain decent position. Gunner wants to run past him. Where are you going? Wanted to get into shot.
I don't know what he's trying to do there. That's weird.
Gunner wanted the reposition, gets punished for it, and the second kill found for Wildcard.
Good comms from Spiker. Wildcard capitalize on that opportunity. Now a 2-player advantage, and they'll immediately be able to pressure this side.
Big kill from Kino. Starting to rise to the occasion. Limits the damage. Only the 1 player disadvantage. Frag grenade forces him back, but nowhere to go. Wildcard surround M80. 2 straight on the attack for Wildcard. Despite the strong start from M80, they have found their way here on Cafe. 1 round to go for this first half.
What a swarm from Wildcard in that prior round. I love that play over towards shop, getting value from the Monty. Gunner got trapped and steamrolled from that point onwards. Diffuser here initiated, he searched. Gunner under pressure, perhaps looking to escape or make a play. The Raw also caught. And a steamroll from that point onwards. The util dump as well towards the very end, very clean in towards
Clinical.
Kino's position. And yeah, Clinical, the best way to describe that for Wildcard.
I'll tell you what, Wildcard just keep finding ways.
Wildcard does have the crowd, yeah.
Statistically, the best team remaining.
I still hope
at the
M80
moment, but they just
wins.
keep finding ways. They
Like I
play
said,
such
you know.
chaotic and gritty siege that it's mesmerizing.
You think Fabian snapped his notepad?
Big round coming up. Wildcard already 1-0 up in the series after a very dominant Consulate. M80 started really well here on Cafe, but Wildcard now garnering a little bit of momentum.
Bro, Fabian's about to just start smacking people in the back of the head.
By M80. And Gunner will play the Legion over towards Red Stairs. So rather than the shop hold, they'll have Gunner roaming.
Will be very difficult though for him to have impact from down below, given double flank watch here for the attack. Both the Gridlock and the Nomad should be able to keep him at bay.
Fade off the
So intrigued to see how
camera.
Gunner then looks to react to that through the mid-round.
They don't really have the best stuff to clear out here. I mean, they're burning all their
That's the
nades.
big one now. You get rid of the shield. They have to
They have
fall
1
back, play
nade
a bit
up.
more freezer.
2 nades, sorry.
Kino over towards washrooms, not playing Pixel. So less presenting for M80.
They have
allows
smokes
maybe
up, though, on
Wildcard to just
Monty.
move forward into positions like Lounge, like Shot. Bay's droned it out. Spike is now dropped. Gunner's over towards Red Stairs. Waiting for the drop to follow. Patience pays off for Gunner. Free kill onto Bay gives M80 the slight advantage, but Spike has taken a good position over towards New Belt.
I mean, my predictions are chilling, dude. I got the gold MP5 animated skin or whatever. I'm happy.
Dash, though, he'll play cocktail side on the rappel.
Gunner is literally playing right. Honestly, though, that's kind of what you need sometimes. You need someone that's just going to, like, throw the enemy team off and, like, make them think twice. He's doing a very good job of that. I mean, there was the one misplay earlier, but, I mean, by and large, Gunner's rat plays have been working, which is great. It's slowing down Wildcard. It's killing their confidence.
Makino in washrooms, Gavin in freezer. Difficult positions to clear without utility to force them out.
Yeah, I was talking about this earlier. There's just not much utility on this team to clear.
To more avenues for M80.
I mean, the IQ is nice, but like, what does it really do for you here? All they have is a Cade.
Maybe Shark maybe thinking that there was going to be a run out.
You know,
Dash putting pressure on the Repel.
There's no Valk.
Side of the map.
Nothing like that. There's not really. Not the IQ just doesn't bring a lot of value here, and like you don't need both the Nomad and you don't need the Nomad and the Gridlock, one or the other. You can get something else to help clear a little bit better.
Repels into the trap. Canton slips in towards the bathroom, but from freezer, and like Gavin to find that kill, Spiker had to then pull the pistol out. Dash now, he repels in, he meets the same fate as Baby Shark, and M80 find 4 on their defensive half here on Cafe.
Oh, Diffuser got left hanging.
Love that tuck position from Hot and Cold. It's a position in particular that isn't super popular at the moment, but when it pays dividends, it really does in denying that repel position. Good work from M80 in that round. The anchors elsewhere, particularly over towards Freezer, and even Washrooms to an extent, also offering value to that defense. M80 now with a platform to play off.
I can imagine Fabian's probably a little bit more happier than the first spat. No surprise there. 3 rounds.
The MP5 skin. You can look at it on the R6 predictions page. I don't want to pull it up right now.
That's going to be the task now for M80. Wildcard is a far better defensive team than they are attacking team. The bands, Mira and Valkyrie, along with Monty and IQ, as we head into the second half. Of course, the coaches are allowed to offer a little bit of advice during the ban phase portion, so you could see Fabian talking to his team.
Yeah,
Reading Fireplace first up.
It's an intriguing switch up in terms of bans for this second half. In particular, on the side of defense, it means that both Castle and Azami will be available, and Wildcard may lean into one or
M80 has control over the pace of the match now. Before they were on the back burner. I mean, we'll see now they're on attack. The problem is their attacks have been terrible. Their defense wasn't like, I mean, it wasn't great, but it wasn't awful on Consulate. They're just, I don't know, they just, their attacks have been terrible. But we'll see. New map, they're up 4-2. They got some confidence rolling, hopefully, you know.
To Consulate, where they play more structured.
What's up, Mr. Donut? How's it going, pal?
If that is the case, that might help out M80. Because I think what really did well for Wildcard on Consulate was playing the map, playing aggressive, made it really tricky for M80 to get a proper strong read as to what Wildcard
more coffee after this, I think. Maybe after this map. I'm good, dude. I'm watching the games. Watched Falcons versus FaZe, and
a more aggressive and direct hit.
now we got M80 versus Wildcard. First map was Wildcard. They went crazy. And right now, M80 looks pretty good. I hope M80 wins, but yeah, I would say the FaZe Falcons game was really good. Do you want to play the Siege Cup later? I kind of want to play it. It's in like 7 hours. It's at like 8 p.m. Eastern, so 7 hours.
Well, there are 4 frag grenades available for the attack. So
yeah, Gunnar was singing before the match. His voice was not quite as bad as yours, but it wasn't great. Let's put it that way. You have a reservation for dinner at 6 p.m. West. Dude, you're going out to dinner like every day. Literally. Get this Siege Cup. Get these Siege Cup points. Who cares about dinner?
And so far, no boots have actually gone inside of the building from M80, and there's a minute 40 remaining on the clock. So they have certainly slowed things right down
here, did he?
Also not a single engagement just yet, but as I say, a Baby Shark to find the opener.
Wasn't expecting that one, especially with Kino rushing through
Me and Gunnar are going to start an acapella group.
Kill
Bro, people are going to pay you guys to not sing.
The position in lounge to play behind Kino, Diffuser as well, top red. Dash, by the way, is bottom red stairs. Could push up the stair position and have an impact on a back flank if they're not watching that position. Indeed, slowly making his way up.
Yeah, Siege Cup is only on Saturdays. Donut, you could eat anytime. Plus, you know, you don't need to go out to eat. You just went out to eat like yesterday.
Dash could not get involved. Diffuser pushed away from top red, so even though Dash has taken this position, just never got involved on the flank.
Trying to find the timing, but now spotted by Kino.
Not what you want to see is the blitz making
You guys
his
have a
way
date
down.
night
Dash
as
now
their
forced away.
coworkers.
M80 have done so well in this mid-round.
And now they'll reposition
It was very
back.
annoying.
Try to formulate this final push. Diffuser on the ground, likely to be collected. 30 seconds now remains. Some vert to be established here by M80. Wildcard not flushed out necessarily though.
Dude, it's so nice. I gotta say, it's one nice thing about like working online and stuff like that. And I'm just like kind of like work for myself. I don't have to do like any of that ever. And my wife's like stay-at-home mom. But I don't have to literally do any of that shit ever. The only time I go out to eat or go somewhere is when I want to, like with friends or. Nice, let's go M80. You guys are my coworkers. Bro, you guys are my fucking harassers.
They take a 5-2 lead on Cafe, and we edge closer to a third map.
You enjoy your coworkers? You don't mind doing stuff with them? Okay.
And that opening attack really highlighting that for
I mean, I was fine with all the people that I worked with, but like, I don't know. I didn't want to like hang out with them that much. George just hates people. Kind of true, to be honest. Kind of true. Or is it a screw loose or something? What did they do?
Looking far more like themselves here on Cafe. Even though Baby Shark's the one that got the opening kill, the round was taken from M80.
Yeah, really muscling their way forward on that top floor clear. I think Dash was perhaps somewhat unlucky throughout the mid to late round. We saw him tease the flank over towards Red Stairs, never found that window of opportunity. Equally though, M80 well prepared for it. Got information from Blitz, denied that opportunity, and then isolated those two remaining defenders really nicely. At the
Just
conclusion
extremely
of that round.
weird. Okay, like how so?
Round lead for
There's got to be something that they did that was weird.
Just the second multi-kill round in the series as well for M80. Gavin with a 3K. Back on Consulate, they only got it once. That was from Gunner.
You sound like a terrible person, so if you explain it, you might refrain. Okay, now you have to tell us, dude.
Close to 100 plus EPS. It's been a team effort. Double Nitrocell available in the defense now for Wildcard. Desperately seeking around.
You'd have to tell me later? Okay.
Keep M80 away from that map point position. But it feels like Wildcard on their defense. It's early days, was only the one round. They don't have the room, though, to slowly grow into this game. They must now get a little bit more aggressive, akin to what we saw on Consulate.
So a stack of utility from defense, Azami Castle combination, shield as well in shop for Dash to play behind. M80 though with the tools to disrupt this. On 6, belt of utility, frag grenades as well, but guns as well will surpass all of that. Spiker to fall first. Good work from Gunner.
M80 just in total control. Wildcard are just not getting this game.
This is semifinals. Yeah, well, this is like lower bracket finals. So the winner of this plays FaZe because FaZe lost.
M80 like no contest. We'll go the other side of the map. They finally pick onto Spiker. Now they got the numbers. Now they can rotate back over and take this battle with Baby Shark. So now Baby Shark got a bit of an island here by himself.
Honestly, Baby Shark should run out the window. Oh! What a beast. Falcons, yeah. Falcons are guaranteed in the finals. So the winner of this game plays FaZe. And then tomorrow they'll play the finals. Do you think either one of these teams could beat FaZe? I don't know. I mean, hypothetically, yeah, but probably not. I would say, like, probably there's like an 80% chance that FaZe wins.
From hot and cold. Kansan has to go for the double kill. Can't just go for the long arm.
Oh, he's fucked. It's done.
He's got 30 seconds. And he will just opt to try and stick it. Gets off, but doesn't matter. Gunner forces him off. As M80 are looking to force the third map in this series, doing to Wildcard what they did to M80 back on Consulate.
What a round from Gunner, finds the opening pick. offers his team the opportunity to be a little more versatile.
You
eventually
crash
go
on your
for
team
that
right now
clear
for your
lounge
shark.
side. Baby Shark did his best, found the 2K, but was traded out.
That was a
And
crazy
Cole
shot on
covered for the
Gavini.
plant, makes the correct decision to then jump back out. There's not really a whole lot Kansan can do in this position, especially with the vault out animation. Finding the double there is a Hail Mary at the best of times.
That's now 5 players, all 5 players for M80, 110 EPS plus, which is almost unheard of, guys.
Yeah.
Let alone at a lower bracket semi-final at a major. Oh, these transitions just get better and better. They've been absolutely magical. Production
They're
team
pretty
in the back,
good.
Thumbs up to you guys. Thumbs up right now to M80, 4 rounds plus over Wildcard. It was 7-2 on Consulate in favor of Wildcard. It may be
They should play
7-2
Bandit and Piano and jump out the windows.
Skyscraper feels like it's on the other side of this round.
Why don't they ban
Wildcard now need to
BB?
string 4 rounds
Because if you
straight.
don't, I don't know why actually they didn't ban over IQ. They're not even running anything that would be super useful.
On their map pick.
I don't know, to be honest with you.
M80 have stood tall. Baby Shark goes onto the Oryx.
I'm not sure. That's probably why they're losing 6-2.
The Oryx with the ability to directly counter the shield play from Kino in this round and offer a little bit of versatility around the map with movement. Given the license to dash around.
I mean, they must have a
Trying
reason,
to
I
best to find
guess.
picks. Baby Shark has had a couple of good moments here on Cafe, just needs to be enabled.
The View Jammers for Deimos? They don't have a Deimos, though.
To the Rappel game, though.
That isn't even clear. Like, I don't even know why they banned IQ. It's weird.
I mean, this is where if you're Fox and Laxing, though, you're
I mean, the only thing that they could hypothetically see are, like, the Mute Jammers, which are not that big of a deal, or, like, well, my disc, I guess, but...
Baby Shark flashed out. Gets at least
I mean, they must have some plan for it, I guess.
Along with Diffuser, Baby Shark's going to get pressured here. Kino pushes towards Cocktail, but they actually ran straight past Baby Shark. He got the kill onto Diffuser.
Oh, it's over.
From Kino. It's been a couple rounds like this where it's been so chaotic, back and forth. Kino has really risen to the occasion on Cafe. Now 9.
Kino was getting slapped last game, so it's good that he stepped up this game.
Still one
Why don't we do these takes so people are
available for
reading?
Hot Call,
It's not gonna fucking work.
The sledge up, you can still play the Burt game. Bay, full white, running, but cannot run fast enough away from Kino. Trapped in the bar.
Kino got a triple. 2v2.
2v2.
Shields are so fun.
And Spiker finds the angle and shuts down
I
the
think
blitz.
this is a wild card round, probably.
Feel like this was
Unless
the path we
Gavini
were
pulls
on in
something
this
out of his
round, but
ass.
Now down to Gavin. 50 seconds to try and close this map out for M80 and be the hero.
Kino went way too deep with bomb for no reason. Could have gone for plant.
Gav has time, but so too Kansan and Spiker.
Kino got slapped in more than just the last map.
Can he find vital info with the drone? We'll establish it. The Grave can watch. 30 seconds.
He spotted one in mining. Did he spot them both? Kansan and Spiker are playing together. 28 seconds, frag grenade thrown in, no movement, and Kansan from the bomb chassis has the better angle. Wildcard will offset one of those map points. 6-3. 3 more needed for Wildcard to force overtime.
Well, the pacing in that round, explosive from M80, trying their best to extract value from Blitz.
Yeah, they got 3 kills off the Blitz, but didn't do much else with it after, though. That's the problem.
Back to sight and deal with that snowball over towards White Stairs. A well-calculated round. The additional bans then in play for the remainder of this half. The Izami, so some of that util extracted. Castle, of course, though, still up. And then the Blitz, which we saw in the last outing, will be off the board.
The Blitz and the Blackbeard has been played every round so far from M80. They've really enjoyed their shield play. We'll have to now move forward without the Blitz. So Kino immediately back onto the Blackbeard. We saw that last time out, bar Cocktail. Again, really solid shield play from Kino. I thought at that point maybe they were in a really solid position. Right here, you get this kill, but they lost hot and cold at the exact same moment. Never got the advantage.
Why aren't M80 locking in when you lost like 11k in the predicts? Glad to see I finally set up. Yeah, fuck you, buddy. Listen. Chat, by the way, it's almost. I put up my Christmas tree the other day. I put up my Christmas tree. Have you guys do a real Christmas tree or like a fake one? I remember I had this discussion with Kerf and he was like raging on me because I got a fake Christmas tree. And I'm like, bro, a fake Christmas tree is like so much better. Yeah, I mean, I will agree that a real Christmas tree is nice, but dude, you gotta water it. It's more expensive, like in the long run. You know, they're a fire hazard. They get fucking pine needles all over the place. Like, it's not worth it, bro. You do real. In Oregon, you could buy $5 permits and go cut one down the national forest, so it's pretty worth it here. I mean, here you have to pay like probably $100 for a tree. Yo, I got I got a 10-foot tree. Okay, massive bitch, 10 feet fucking tall. I got it on clearance after Christmas for like $99. You know, and it's like literally $100 to buy a real tree. I've had that same tree for 5 years. Yeah, fake is way easier, bro. I don't think I'd ever do a real tree. Like, they are nice. Like, when someone has a real one, they do smell nice. But growing up, used to get 15-foot trees at the tree farm. It's not about the money for some people. Well, they're just also a pain in the ass, you know? 15-foot tree, Donut. See, I'm telling you, Donut is rich. Donut.rich.
I mean, could he even think about maybe a bakery run out? He's that deep now that he could honestly
Fake is always trash.
double kill from M80 now forces Kenton, but
there's not that feeling. I don't know. I disagree.
Absolutely nothing in this round now to help out Wildcard as they have been slaughtered on the side, and now he's the only one left. Such clinical siege. Oh, it's flawless siege.
Let's go, boys. One more.
But in the kitchen, M80 serve them up.
King Scrooge. Well, okay. What about, like, dude, there's literally, like, huge fire hazard with the real trees. Get a large entry at the staircase of the second floor is, like, 20-foot ceilings. Big money donut. Your fake tree, you just get smelly things that make it smell somewhat real. Nice. Real brings the Christmas feeling. Okay. Fine, real brings the Christmas feeling. What about the fire hazards, the dropping of pine needles all over the place that fuck up the floor and stuff like that? You'd get our tree after Thanksgiving so it wouldn't die till January. Newspaper? You put newspaper on the tree? I don't know. I got a badass fake tree. I feel like newspaper would get ink on my floors. I have really light floors. Fire hazard is the most Scrooge ass thing. You're so sad you gotta use a fake tree. I don't know, man. That's the BMW headquarters again. I like fake trees, dude. Okay? You buy it once and you're good for like 20 fucking years. Okay? No watering or maintenance, no dropping of pine needles, no fire hazard. One and done. When you're done, I bought Christmas tree bags. I put the pieces in the bag. It's pre-lit. I just put it together and turn it on. A lot of fake Christmas trees. Yeah, the one I have is pre-lit. It's not pre-decorated, but it's pre-lit. You like decorate? Well, we decorate it, but we just put ornaments on. Different lights. I don't know. We got LEDs, dude. Change it whatever fucking color you want. Definitely going to a Christmas tree farm and cutting down your own tree. I don't know, dude. Maybe I would get like a small one, like a 4-foot one or a 6-foot one or something. And I mean, I have room for it around the house. But like for my main tree, I don't think I would get. I don't think I'd get a real tree. But maybe like a little one. I mean, I have room for like a huge tree potentially. Tree farm you'd go to would have bonfire with hot chocolate and candy canes. That sounds pretty sick, actually. That actually sounds pretty sick. It was a whole day experience. Maybe I'll have to do it. Maybe I'll get a small tree, like a 6-footer or something, because we got the 10-foot in the family room. That's what communists take from you. Obviously, a rogue communist agent. Okay, dude. Listen, the most American thing ever is having a fake tree. A tree mat on Amazon. Okay. I don't know. If it's like a whole experience like that, it might not be bad. Can I bring my own chainsaw? I'm gonna bring a fucking Sawzall. Dude, I'm gonna bring my Milwaukee Sawzall. M18 fuel, chop that bitch down in 3 seconds. My kids are gonna be screaming as I fucking... I actually have a chopping axe. I would actually probably take the axe there. Just for the shits, dude. American flag Christmas tree. That does sound sick. Dude, instead of a star or an angel on top, I'm putting an American flag on top of my Christmas tree. I actually bought a really nice axe for like chopping and splitting wood. I actually have 2 of them. I have 2 Fisker axes. 2 Fisker axes. I have one is a splitting axe and one's a chopping axe. Can you send me on Amazon? Oh, let's see. Oh my god, that's like the longest link ever. Not even like a real link donut. I'll look up the name.
You did your job in defense. The attack went really well. Now is the M80 we expected to see.
Yeah, I mean, we started slow. We weren't really fighting their entries. We said this
Okay, I see. Well, this is like, yeah, like a Christmas tree skirt.
Wildcard struggle a lot, especially in the attack. Why did that happen, especially in a map that you...
Yeah, this is just a Christmas tree
I think
skirt.
they were catching us off guard and weren't really adapting the way we should. And I think they were countering.
Oh, they have some really big ones.
And I think we were making a lot of mistakes that we normally don't. We shouldn't have. So it's on us to just fix it from map 3.
Is the mental? Is the crowd?
No, it's not the mental at all. It's really just like we're just not doing what we normally do. I don't know why for whatever round, but we'll fix it for map 3.
What a great bounce back from M80 in this series to keep themselves alive in the tournament so far. Now, we have to agree with what Spiker just said.
I'm not gonna lie though, dude. If I go there, I'm cutting it down with an axe, just because why not?
Crucial for Spiker to be able to realize, especially going into map 3. But you can clearly see here in round 2, this is what we're talking
Bro,
about.
I'm dying to use this axe. I haven't had to use it yet. I bought 2 axes, like really nice axes. Like I bought a full length splitting maul axe and a chopping axe from Fiskars. They were like, I don't know, they were like decent. I mean, I got them on sale, but they were decently expensive still. I've never used them. They're brand fucking new. They're in my garage. Never once used them. Because the thing is, I have a chainsaw. So like, whenever I need to cut a tree down, I use the chainsaw. You know, I'm not gonna fucking chop it down by hand. I mean, I could, but...
the passiveness coming on the side of Cafe, it clearly speaks into Kino's play.
You would take the chainsaw also in case your old hands get tired. So it's funny that you say that. I used to chop down trees all the time. I used to chop down trees all the time by hand. And I used to split logs with a chopping axe. There was this at my parents' house and stuff like that. There was whenever there were like trees that needed to go down. I just would chop him down by hand, dude, with a fucking axe. And it was the shittiest axe ever. No, this was actually like probably 15 years ago. Yeah, it was like 15 years ago. But the axe was not sharp. It was old and rusty, and it was a chopping axe. And I used to split logs with a chopping axe.
Very lovely people. Now, I love this because what we were saying going into the second map, M80 got to play fast, and they were doing the complete opposite, and it's catching these wildcard players off guard.
Both games look like the other team wasn't even ready to play. Hopefully the third game is more balanced. You'll see overtime sweat. This game has been very defender heavy this series. Fuck Pool George in a picture of Lumberjack George. It was around the same time. Pool George was also splitting logs too. Your dad bought a wood splitter back then because he bought like 5 cords when once your driveway was just lined with firewood. Dude, you can get pretty good wood splitters these days for about $100. They're actually not even expensive. Maybe 200 max. Like electric ones. This commercial is really cool, by the way. It was a fuel one that was like 2K. That was before electric tools were any good. Damn, the fuck? Yeah, now they're like really cheap. I mean, I'm sure the gas like or diesel ones are probably still better, but yeah, like Harbor Freight sells them nowadays and stuff like that. But I mean, I don't know. I don't really I don't know. I don't really like need a wood splitter, honestly. Use hand chainsaw works really good. Oh, I've seen those before. Honestly, I'd probably just take the axe, dude. Your dad hated renting or buying cheap quality things, so he just bought the best always. Smart man. It depends. Sometimes I don't know. It depends what it is. Sometimes I buy like cheap stuff if I'm not going to use it a lot, especially. You know, I just kind of put up with it. But sometimes, I mean, it depends. If I'm going to use it a lot, then I'll just ball out and buy like the best. Depends what it is, though. I'm taking your body pill on Valentine's Day to watch SI. Yeah, every year for Valentine's Day, pretty much, I'm either like streaming a bunch because of the invitational or like actively gone. My wife, I mean, she understands and stuff, but this year maybe I'll bring her with me potentially, or maybe like after the event, I'll have her come to Paris and then we'll. I mean, if I get invited, we'll see. No, I didn't get invited to this event, so we'll see. You're gonna sell your Tacoma to get an older Porsche. The problem when you buy like older like German cars and stuff like that, I mean they're just still they're expensive to fix.
Said, we are making mistakes that we don't usually do. So you are the person that reads that. What did you tell them?
Yeah, we talk a little bit, like it was a lot of learnings from the first 2 maps, of course. But in the last map, like the shields were being very annoying against us. I think that was the main thing. So right now is be ready for the shields when they're attacking, adapt for that. And that's it. I think the rest is just having fun, enjoying the moment because all the preparation is done. So now it's just playing.
Ban the blitz. That's it.
The water is rising around our remaining NA teams as they're fighting to knock one another out of the competition. They'll be heading to Skyscraper.
A lot of them are like the 30 to 40K and just fairly low miles.
Going into this one.
Within the last year,
bro, what is with Comcast right now? I'm actually gonna fucking rage.
When you look at their experience throughout the tournament, you know, Wildcard has played it a lot more.
It'll even out in a sec, but it's actually pissing me off super badly.
A little bit of confidence to them, but At the same time, I'm glad Lagonis mentioned the shields and Kino. In my opinion, Kino's always performed better when he's not on those shields. So if they do ban it, we're going to have to see how they manage the Ying, the Glad.
I don't know why this is happening. I wonder if the Twitch servers are like fucked up, honestly. There was a Twitch server that was having huge issues. Because like my internet's fine right now on my end.
And it's going to start with that Azami and Clash on the side of Wildcard.
Now, I don't know about you guys, but when we were listening in this map, it sounded in here like the M80 fans just got louder. Is that true?
Hello.
I hear some boos. Yeah, I hear some boos. What about Wildcard then? All right, it is just one more map that stands between elimination and continuation in this tournament. We'll take it to Skyscraper to find out who takes it.
So the third map of this lower bracket semi-final heads to Skyscraper. Quite fitting, he knocked out both NIP and